Good morning. I would consider this a morning ramble. So I've been giving a lot of thought to the question of, have you been vaccinated? And I will admit that when people first started asking this question months ago, I would get a little riled up, but mostly because it felt like such a shallow question given what my healthcare journey has been like. And so instead of people stopping at the question of, have you been vaccinated? I would love to hear people start to have broader conversations. When's the last time you went to your primary care provider? Have you gotten a colonoscopy? What about a mammogram? Have you gotten your flu vaccine? Are you up to date on all your other vaccines? What about your mental health? Have you talked to a counselor recently? Right? I think that there is such a broader conversation we could be having on healthcare and what it means to each one of us individually as a unique person with a unique healthcare story. So I've been thinking about how I might respond to this question the next time somebody asks me. And I'm going to share my thoughts on my response should anybody ask me. And I just invite you to consider whether or not this response might be good for you or what your own response might be. So the next time somebody asks me, have you been vaccinated? I would like to respond with, that's a really good question. I'm really glad you asked about whether or not I've been vaccinated, because I think it opens up the conversation to how important healthcare is in each of our lives. But for me, my story is really about much more holistic healthcare, from my mental healthcare to my physical healthcare to my spiritual healthcare. And so instead of just talking about this one subject, I'd actually love to get lunch and talk about healthcare overall. So if you're interested, would you like to join me for lunch? So if given the opportunity, and if I have the courage in the moment, and I'm not sure why courage is required, probably because we just haven't opened the door to conversations about healthcare like we are today. And so I personally think that there's an opportunity. And the first couple of times that opportunity might feel like it takes courage. And so I encourage you to find the courage within inside you that God has already placed there. How might you respond the next time someone asks you whether or not you've been vaccinated or any other question that might feel controversial in your life? How could it open the door to a deeper, more authentic conversation?